and I live in Shillong, Northeast India. I received LYN training a couple of years ago, and it has changed my life completely. It has changed me altogether. I remember a time when I was in Calcutta for over 1 year. My friend and I had decided to share the gospel with every taxi driver we come in contact with, because that was the most common way of commuting in Kolkata. So we would take the initiative and share the gospel with these taxi drivers by asking good questions, by listening actively and sharing equally. I remember one particular instance when I was sitting in the front seat along with the driver, and I saw a picture of a goddess on the dashboard of the taxi, and it struck me that I should ask something about that picture, or I should start a conversation with the taxi driver by asking some good questions about the picture or the image that was on the dashboard. So I asked the driver about the way he worships that goddess, and he told me some stories that the goddess was very angry at one point of time, and she was killing all the human beings. And then another god came to rescue the human beings, and that's how her anger was subsided, and she relented on what she was doing. And then I told him that's an interesting story. I've never heard about that. And then I asked him, tell me what happens if you do something wrong today and if the goddess gets angry at you. So how do you get rescued from her anger? And he looked at me for a moment, and he told me, he said, "Sir, I have never thought about that." And so I said, "Well, you better think about it, and let me know what is your thought about it." And then after a few minutes, he said, "Well, sir, to be very frank, I have no idea about the story that I have told you, whether it is true or not. This is what we have been hearing from our ancestors, from our forefathers, from other people, and that's what I just told you." So I turned my conversation from there towards the gospel, and I said, "Well, what you have said is absolutely right. God is actually angry on human beings. And the reason for him to be angry on us is that we just don't respect him, we don't listen to him. And we have just chosen our own ways to go, in our life, and we do what we want. And there are so many things we do to displease him. But there is one way to escape from his anger. And the good news is that he has poured his entire anger on a person called Lord Jesus Christ. And he took that anger on him on the cross. And then he rescued you and I from that anger. And today we have such a wonderful opportunity that if we trust him, and if we believe on his sacrifice, and if we request him that take us as your disciple, we can escape from God's anger. And that's how we can have not only just escape from God's anger, but we can have a true relationship with him. And that taxi driver was so thankful at the end of the conversation. And I asked him, has anybody ever taken time to explain these things to you? And his answer was, no, nobody has ever taken time to explain these things. So that was such an encouragement for us to know that, yes, uh, people are in need of the gospel, and to hear in such a way that they can actually understand it. And that one conversation showed me that what I learned in Love Your Neighbor is really helpful. And when we put it in practice, it really works.